Hey everyone, how we doing? Fried chicken. This is probably one of my favourite recipes to make. We love fried chicken in my house, and I'm going to show you guys how I make mine. Okay, first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to portion up full chickens, whole chickens. I buy whole chickens when I'm doing fried chicken. A number of reasons. One of them, or probably the main one, is it's economical. It's a lot cheaper to buy a whole chicken and do this yourself than it is to buy it pre-portioned. But I also can see the chicken as a whole. I can see what state it's in and things like that, so I just prefer to do it. So I take the wings off first, get rid of the tips, and then portion the flats and drums. I then separate the bottom half of the chicken, which has got the legs and thighs, and then I portion them out. As you can see, get rid of the spine section, and then what you're left with is the top end of the carcass with the breasts on. You also get the skin here when you butcher your own chickens, which is great for other recipes, but for this recipe here I don't need the skin on the breasts, as I'll be portioning these up into size pieces for popcorn chicken and boneless sort of chicken fillet, chicken strip type pieces of chicken. So once you've done that, you get that into a bowl, and we're going to start adding flavour from the get-go. I'm going to go in with hot sauce. Don't worry, it doesn't make them hot, it just adds a lot of flavour. Lawrys seasoning salt and buttermilk, and that is pretty much it. If you can't get a hold of Lawrys seasoning salt, don't worry, I will put what's in Lawrys seasoning salt in the description, and it is pretty much a lot of the stuff you'll have in your cupboard anyway. It's just all in one container here and saves me sprinkling about 15 different containers into the bowl. So once that's in the fridge, you want to get it in there for a minimum of 2 hours, overnight if you can, but 2 hours should be fine. I'm making here my own coleslaw, because I prefer to make my own coleslaw, and especially whenever I make fried chicken, it's just become a habit to do my own slaw, and I try different kinds of slaw all the time. For the video, keeping it really basic, but this is a great sort of base to start adding different ingredients to your slaw once you nail this. I've gone in with white cabbage, red onion and carrot, then I've gone in with salt and pepper, a little bit of sugar and some cider vinegar. The sugar is optional, I just like a little bit of a sweet tinge to mine. We're going to set that aside before we add the mayonnaise, just for about 20 minutes, and let the vinegar do a bit of a job. With the dredges, we're going to go in with the rest of the buttermilk, 2 eggs, about 150 grams of flour, salt, pepper, smoked paprika, and a little bit of milk. I will put the ingredients up on the screen and you can pause it, because the next lot there's far more ingredients in it. So in this one, if you want the ingredients for the dry dredge, which I'm doing now, pause the screen now. So it'll be on the screen now, so just pause it and write that down. Also remember guys that I put all my ingredients on the website. You can go and check them out there, print them off, and it's all done for you. But once you've got these dredges done, we're going to set them aside, and this is all you need. Once your chicken comes out of the fridge, we are ready to go. Give it a good mix like you can see here, and yeah, let's do it. Okay, back to the coleslaw. We're going to add our mayonnaise. Just be careful when you're adding your mayonnaise, because you can always add more mayonnaise, but you can't take it away. So if you add too much from the get-go, you've kind of ruined it. But once you've got it to the consistency that you like, we're going to wrap that in cling film, set it to one side till we're ready to serve. Okay, so the dredges. Now, you can watch 100 different videos online, and you will find 100 different techniques for dredging your chicken. I have tried and tested many of them, and hopefully this video will save you the time of doing the same. Basically, long story short, is we're going to double dip. So we're going to go straight from the buttermilk marinade into the dry dredge and get as much flour on there as we can. We don't want any spots that don't have flour on. Straight into the wet dredge, again, fully coated. Make sure it's all wet, no dry spots. Back into the dry dredge, and the trick here is to press it in, as you can see I'm doing. Press it into the chicken and then set it aside. Another tip is to leave them resting for probably about 20 minutes to half an hour, and that will make them even more crispy. So when it comes to frying, you want your oil to be about 160 to 170 degrees. We're going to drop our chicken in. Anything that's on the bone, we want to cook for a minimum of 4 to 5 minutes to get them cooked thoroughly. Use a temperature probe if you're unsure, or if you don't have a temperature probe, just have your oven set to about 100 degrees, and when they come out of the fryer, pop them in while you're cooking the rest of your chicken. As you can see here, we're getting a lovely, lovely coating. And that's pretty much it. With the chicken wings, I wanted them to be a little bit different than everything else, so I made some barbecue sticky wings. Simple barbecue sauce, tossed in a bowl, and you're good to go. They're probably my favourite bits, to be fair. Absolutely delicious. Guys, if you want to try this recipe out of mine, please do. Please let me know. If you've got your own family recipe for fried chicken, I would love to see it. But people, do get involved in the chat below, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care, people.